How's it going, guys? And we're back with another video. So today I'm going to be showing you the first things I've gotten from the first train haul of 2021, I'd say. So went to the antique store again. Hadn't been there at all in 2021 just because of COVID and all that, and just not getting around to it. But we went there today just to see if there were anything if there was anything new at all, and there were a few new things. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this. Had a bag, which is destroyed there, but it had a bag of just a bunch of random parts, and it was like $5. So I thought, because there were some interesting parts in here, mainly the drive rod parts of, I think, either a Marx or some Lionel steam engine. I've got a Marx engine that I could probably use that for, but I think that was more probably a Lionel for the 224 or I think the 221. I'm trying to remember which engines use that sort of drive rod, but got parts, screws there, a lot of, I think, aluminum wire, an old Lionel lubrication tube, a couple of the old style telephone poles, the ones that are kind of a weird, it's a weird material that they use to make the plastic. It's not all one color. It's kind of a splotchy, I guess, almost is what you could call it. You can kind of see the difference in color, kind of a dark brown and a black in the actual plastic. There were a couple lock-ons. Those are always nice. A couple of one of these to hold a light bulb, a couple of burned out bulbs. I think I tested them and both of them don't work. Some old wire, some braided stuff, which is kind of nice. I don't know what this is from, if it's like an old Lionel or something, but it's a light pole, and then whatever this wooden piece is, I'm not sure. And yeah, that's about it, but I thought it was worth it, at least to have the drive rod parts, because those are always really nice to have. And this thing is kind of neat as well. The lock-ons, the wire, and the telephone pole is also nice. Then, the only thing my brother got, which is this is an old kit for, it's a dump car, and I think it said it's made by Model Engineering Works on the back of this paper that it comes with, if I can get it open. But these things were all the freight cars that this guy had were $10. He had a whole bunch of different freight cars. Yeah, Model Engineering Works, and you can see the actual car there, which is kind of neat. That's what this would be. It's still not assembled, partially assembled, I'd say, but they were all really interesting freight cars. There were a whole bunch of them. We only got a couple of them, but there were definitely some more interesting ones, like things that were not just box cars. There was a Tyco 15-year anniversary box car for sale there too, which I thought was really interesting, but it was $15, and I was like, don't need it. The really interesting that I got was this. It came in an Athearn box for some reason, which most engines and stuff seem to come in nowadays. Anything that you buy that's train related that comes in a box, it's almost always an Athearn box. This is an old Mantua or Tyco 260. I've never seen one of these before. You can see it says Mantua right there on the back, kinda. Right there. They've used speaker wire for the tender connection. It's a slow runner. It runs smooth, but it needs to be, I would assume it needs to be cleaned and oiled and everything. That drive gear isn't looking very, it's looking pretty dry. It's been custom painted, but actually been done fairly well. It needs to be cleaned, and this thing needs to be glued on there better. But the paint job really isn't too bad. I'm surprised, because usually when people custom paint these things, they're usually, especially the old engines, they never turn out very well. This one is actually pretty well, or done pretty nicely. Not overly painted with, they haven't used super thick paint, so it has covered the details and everything. And I've never seen this style of engine that Mantua made, or Tyco. It's just a really nice looking engine. And then one of these, the freight car itself is a Lima. It's a Lima AT&SF flat car with two cars on it, two Mercedes. The most interesting thing is the box. I've never heard of this brand before. Charles M. Merzbach. or Chalmers Trains, HO. And this is the box, the 50-foot flat with the cars on it, made in Italy, and that's what Lima is, made in Italy. A couple engines on the side. It's almost like lifelike, is what it seems, or probably Lima is what it is, because I know Lima made one of these. I'm not sure about one of the the Alco units. And then there's just some more freight cars on the back. It's a very interesting box, and it's in good shape. I had to glue the plastic thing back in, the plastic cover for the freight car, because it had come out as these usually do. But other than that, it's in really good shape. And then the last thing that we got, or that I got, was this. This is a Lionel. One of the most interesting thing about this is on the crane itself, it doesn't actually say Lionel, it just says made in Austria. I never realized that any of the Lionel stuff was made in Austria. As you can see right there, it just says made in Austria. It doesn't say Lionel anywhere else that I could see, at least. It's completely undecorated. The only way you can find out that this is a Lionel is actually looking at the box. And I looked on the box, I think it says on the end, made in Austria. Yeah, right there. So this is the original crane that would come with this thing. It has both of the these things to make the crane go up and down, and the rope for the hook. And it's in very good shape as well. But I think we're going to have to test that engine there. So I've got the engine on the track, and I've got the two freight cars back there as well. I can't connect them because this one has knuckle couplers and then the others have horn hooks. But we can run this thing, and I already know that this runs. It's a slow runner. It's pretty smooth though, but you have to turn the power up quite a bit to actually get it to move. Like, that's at 50%, and it should be moving quite a bit more because this is a very strong transformer. It's the strongest transformer I've ever seen. It's actually running a little bit faster than it was before now, but it still needs to be oiled. It's really nice and quiet though. That's probably the quietest Tyco engine I've ever seen. As you can see, it's a very nice looking engine as well. I don't know if the light works. I have to actually just take this off, and I should shut it off before it runs into that. But I can take that off because there's a light bulb right down there. And let's see, I'm just curious. And it doesn't look like it's working, so I'm probably going to have to do something about that. But this will probably be a good engine for my Legend of the Rail series. I won't do it in this episode. I won't put that engine in this next episode that I'm making. I'll probably do it in the third episode that will come after. Probably in the next few months I'll make that. But I'll get this engine fixed up very soon. It won't be a video because there's not really much to do with it. It just needs to be oiled. But I will update on it soon. So that's going to be it for this video, since that's all the stuff that we've got. And I think that's going to be it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.